Anytime you get to these one and dones, sometimes it feels like a mudslinging battle. And I thought, that's what it was. Tulsa is a fantastic defensive team. They've been that way all year. And they were no different today. Taylor Horsfall is a fantastic defensive player. And she has players around her that are digging balls. Just as I feel like Jordan Thompson is probably the best player to ever play in this conference, I feel like Horsfall is the best defensive libero to play in this conference ever. So we knew that they were going to be a challenge offensively. We knew that it was going to be difficult to go out there and hit for high numbers consistently. The thing I was really happy with the first two sets is to go out there and hit over 300, which is above our season average. To go out there and hit 300 those first two sets, I was pretty surprised by that. I thought we were locked in. I thought we were ready to execute. I thought both Brian and Jenny, Brian on the defensive side and Jenny on the offensive side, I thought they had the game plan exactly the way they wanted it. And I thought the team executed the game plan, was very composed, and just went out there businesslike and executed. That third set I thought got a little bit nutty. It got crazy with the lineup mistake. That cost some time on their side. And then a couple of the challenges, and then we got there was a challenge where we were called for hitting the antenna. Allie swears she didn't hit the antenna, but if the referee said he saw it clearly, so you got to go with what the referee called. But that decision took a long time. It seemed like there was 15 minutes of delays, and we just never really caught rhythm of that. And I thought we lost our rhythm a little bit. But I think what I was more proud of than anything else is once we got into the fourth set, and at the TV timeout, I looked down, and we were hitting right around 400, and they were hitting over 400. Yet we had a 15-13 lead. And I think if you look at the final stats, they hit 208, which means after that TV timeout, we really dug in defensively, and we just held steady offensively. And so I thought we do what teams do that want, have postseason aspirations and they want to go on, is that we found a way to close when it mattered. We did it in each of those three sets that we won. I give Tulsa credit for having a great season. I thought they worked hard. I thought Ryan does a great job with them, and they know who they are. They're a great defensive team, and we know who we are too. And I think as long as we remember who we are and we just keep being UCF volleyball, I think things are going to break in our favor as we continue to go forward.
Speaking about the third set, what do you feel about, the team blocking? Do you feel like blocks were part of the reason, like UCF not blocking as well, part of the reason why they were getting so many points, especially after that? I think one of the challenges that they did after that, and it kind of went downhill, they kept on getting point after point, or do you feel it's more just...
Well, I think there's a couple of things that take place. You're down 2-0, your season's on the line now. And at that point, you're just going to get your elbow as far back as you can put it, and you're just going to swing. And the ball's going to ricochet wherever it's going to go. And if you're not disciplined, if we're not disciplined as a blocking team, blocking low, blocking our hands to the ball's going to kick around. And that's exactly what happened. They just hauled off and they were going for broke. And that's what you do when your back's against the wall. So I give them credit for just going out there and just throwing haymakers. And we just didn't respond well offensively. I thought they did a nice job of making some adjustments. We tried some things that didn't work. That's all right. We learned from it, and we applied it to the fourth set. So, the third set was kind of an anomaly. I give them credit for doing the things they did. But, it's one thing to go for broke. The risk is you're going to make a lot of errors, and you saw that happen too.
How much do you feel the Tulsa team improved from the last two times that you guys played them?
Well, the last time we played them, they were missing a couple starters. And I was anxious to see what they were going to be like and how we matched up against them when they had their full team back. And I thought we did a great job holding both those outside hitters under 200 and holding them as a team under 100. I thought that's a great job. That means we held the entire team across the board where we needed them to be held. Now, we didn't score our best, But we allowed our defense to really carry us through and allows us to not have the greatest offensive night. It wasn't like we were bad. It just wasn't our greatest. But defense really did the job of giving the offense the ability just to go out there and be comfortable.
I don't really want to butcher her name, but I think Dislara or something like that. How do you feel that she did? She had like 14 kills on the night, and freshman player, she played pretty well. What do you feel about her play?
Delara, yeah, I mean, she was the one that didn't play against us, so I was really anxious to see, because we had watched her on film a lot. I was really anxious to see what she'd be like in person, and sure enough, she's a real deal. She's got a cannon. She's got all the shots in the world. Her arm is very difficult to read. You think you want to set up the block on the line, and she hits you across court, and then you try to block across court, and she tools you off the line. I mean, she's an experienced international hitter, and you can tell. And I thought we really did do a nice job of taking a happy medium on everything and just not giving her everything that she wants. And, you know, we held her down hitting-wise, and I thought that was a big part of our game plan, was to try to control their outside hitters.
Yeah, so first and foremost, congratulations on the win. But what is the process within the next few hours, knowing that you guys do have to play another game and you guys do have to get back on schedule?
I would just say team rest for sure. We have some more battles coming up this weekend, so we just got to rest, get our minds right, and get ready to go.
Yeah. We can celebrate for tonight, but then tomorrow's a whole new day. We got to go out there and play. Normally we have a break, but we got to go out there and play our hardest again tomorrow and then hopefully on Sunday. So it's one game at a time, 1 point at a time, but right now we'll start prepping for SMU and see what we can put against them tomorrow.
So what's going to happen on the coaching staff side is we'll go out and we'll scout this match in case it's one of these teams that end up advancing. And then from there, we're going to go and we're going to get to work on SMU. We've spent the entire week on Tulsa. We've done very, very little work on SMU. That's a big mistake coaches make in a tournament, is they say, oh, we're a better team, or we think we're a better team, and they really dismiss their first match and they get caught in 5 or something. We didn't do that. We spent every ounce of energy on Tulsa, and then very, very little work other than who's in, what rotation, that kind of stuff. So we've got a lot of work we need to do on Tulsa here tonight to get ready for the match. I'm sorry, on SMU to get ready for the match tomorrow. So players, it's really about rest, watch a little bit of this match out here, and then get back and watch some film on their own on SMU. For the coaches, it's watch this match and then really get to work and get deep into what SMU does. Now, we just saw them a couple weeks ago. We don't think they've changed that much, but we have to make sure. So we have the best game plan for these guys possible. We want to put them with the most knowledge to put them in a position to be successful.
What was like for the fourth set? I think you guys hit like 73%, like percentage wise. Like, what was going well in the fourth set that just allowed for y'all to hit that high?
Well, I think what we sided out at 73%. That's a pretty big number. That was really important for us. I guess I'll probably, they were the ones that were on the floor, so they know better than I do. What do you guys think?
I think in the fourth set, we got our middles involved again, which was huge. Lachey had a big kill that kind of made the turning point for the game. After the third set, we kind of just had to calm down and regroup. So that's exactly what we did. We started mixing up our offense a little bit more, and we could do that because our passing, as you can see, we were passing pretty good numbers. So to be able to do that, to put the whole thing together, was what helped us get through the fourth set.
Yeah, I definitely agree with her, for sure. Just trusting our offense, trusting our hitters, diversifying it. That's what worked. So.
Mm-hmm.
For Lachey, I saw like early on you were pretty aggressive throughout the game, and what was your mindset going through that just allowed you to play the way that you did?
I just try and come into, especially matches like this, a killer mindset. Like, you have to have a mindset that no one can stop me. I'm going to go up and I'm going to get this point for my team, and we're going to side out and we're going to keep going. But I can't do that without like my passers and my setters. It's a team effort still, but just a mindset to be a killer.
And I got to give Lachey a lot of credit. I mean, she hadn't started all year long. She worked her way back in to starting. She dealt with injuries, unfortunately, for a good chunk of the last year and a half, and really had to work hard to get her way back in. But I think it became really evident in practice that at least attacking-wise, she was our best attacking middle. All the blocks that she's got are a bonus, But she's been our best attacking middle by far, and so it's really, as a coaching staff, it's really exciting to see a player go through that, go through those downs and not give up and come back. And any time that we've had a big game out of the middles, Lachey's always led the charge. So I know as a staff and as a team, we're really proud of what she was able to do today. That's all right. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You had the most amount of kills tonight. You had 13 kills. Can you kind of talk about that and how you set up your kills compared to the defense on the other side?
Well, the defense on the other side was amazing, to say the least. I kept swinging and swinging. Sometimes they got it up. But again, the more we use our other players, the more I'm open. So I always keep saying, keep mixing up the offense. I don't need to have a big night for our team to win. And I think that's what's really cool about this team. I mean, 13 kills, yes, it's great. But I think everyone else kind of held the team down and kept pushing. So it was definitely a team win, not just 13 kills.
Yeah, if we can win a tough match and both of our outside hitters are hitting under 200, that means our defense did a great job, and that means the remainder of the offense did a great job, especially when you look at our hitting numbers. So fine, you want to key in on the left sides, go ahead. We've got other weapons that we can throw at you and hope that they can execute. And that's kind of what happened. They decided they were going to shut down Tina and Mac. And I don't know that they shut them down, but they slowed them down. Mm-hmm. But other people stepped up and had big matches. And I think that's why, ultimately, in the end, we prevailed.
Yeah. And I think it definitely shows, too, because, we held them to under 100 hitting percentage, which is big. That means our defense was working really well. That also means that we were putting them at a disadvantage so they couldn't make the best swings as possible.